Yo, it's your boy Business, aka the Show Venter. I vent about all your favorite shows and all that. BMF Power, Ghost Power, Force, Raising Canaan, best reaction videos on the internet. Get what I'm saying? This is Love is Love podcast. I got a special guest with me. You know what I'm saying? Power Force, Power Force, Power Force. Get what I mean? I got Angel Rosario. What's up, bro?
What's up, big dog? How you been? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. It's been working.
Working, brother, working. Blessed finally here in your neck of the woods, as opposed to the last time we saw each other was at the Your Boyfriend Can't Cook. Shout out to Chris in Chicago. And I'm like, oh, he's here. Yeah, now let's see what type of smack he gonna talk now.
You
But
definitely,
man. I've been trying to sit down with you just to at least chill. Now we get to like talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing over the top or whatever. But yeah, blessed to be here, man.
Nah, definitely, man. Nunez.
Nunez.
Yes.
Nunez. Wonder what kind of questions he's gonna ask about that.
Yeah, you know. I had to get on you, man, with the videos. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. Yeah. As soon as they came out, oh, Nunez, I told you, Nunez. I'm like, I couldn't say nothing.
I didn't trust you, man. I didn't trust you on the start.
Nobody did. That was a good thing. I mean, I'm getting, conflicting arguments and this and that or whatever, but it is what it is. Hey, just blessed to be a part of the Power universe, man. Even if it's in Chicago,
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah. So how did that come together? Like, like the casting call, like the callback and everything like that, the process, like from the start.
Well, with everything that happens when it comes to acting, you can't do anything unless you have an agent, right? So I got a shout out to my agents who got me the opportunity, who just audition. I was actually filming a TV show in New Orleans called The Winchesters. I was in the pilot episode for that, and I was in my hotel in New Orleans. They sent me the audition. I'm like, finally, something for Chicago. I've been, Law and Order here in New York City. I've been in LA for a couple of opportunities, blessed. And then when I got the audition for that, I'm like, thank God. And it's Power. So it's like, okay, I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of what's happening. So yeah, they sent me the audition. I just go, just if I'm not mistaken, Manuel Ramirez,
my guy,
your guy. Shout out to the jefe, and then also Max Arciniega, who plays Nasi, his number 2 technically, in the show.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, if I'm not mistaken, I read for some of Manuel's. For Miguel's lines. So what they do 9 times out of 10 when it comes to scripts and stuff like that, they'll give you like a general. They'll give you, you're reading for this one. That's what they did for Power anyway. They gave me like 3 roles. And then ultimately they went with Nunez. So I auditioned for those, sent them out, went back to work, and then I got the call, hey, you're going to be recurring on Power Book 4 Force in Chicago. I'm like,
yeah.
Because it was something, I had auditioned for Ghost. Here in New York City.
Okay. What season was it?
The one before this one.
Season 3?
I believe it was season 3. Yes.
Okay.
It was season 3. I forgot the role for it, but it was a quick in and out where it was like a Dominican. I forgot what it was. Mm-hmm. But actually, Monet had him in a chair and had shot him. I forgot what role.
They're gonna tell us what that was.
Yeah, guys, let us know. It's just, man, it was so. It was like a year. So 2021, I auditioned for that. Didn't get it, obviously. Cool. 2022 comes around. Here comes the Nunez role. Bang. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm not expecting anything. There's no guarantees in acting. You know what I'm saying? But I've wanted to do something for the city, for Chicago, And I know Power is a big New York thing. This is y'all, right?
Right.
The Force is kind of ours now. A little bit. Tiny bit. That's for Chicago.
Shout out to the whole Force, man. Shout out to Joseph.
I saw. Yeah. I don't know when this video will be coming out, but I did see he was here. He was in Brooklyn?
Last night, yeah.
Last night, okay.
Polygon, yeah.
He hanging with the stars. See, I'm just over here doing my thing. He's hanging with the real stars. Alex Lepre, bruh. I'm sorry. With respect, she is my favorite. Effie, is my favorite because she's gorgeous. She's beautiful and talented. One day, hopefully, we can get to cross paths. Actually, before getting back into the audition, I was in California last year during the strike. Mm-hmm. So we weren't able. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because you helped us greatly with that. Thank you. This man came in clutch during the strike. He was promoting. He was, doing his videos when we weren't able to say anything.
That's real.
So thank you for showing solidarity, but also thank you for promoting the show for us because we were like,
Oh, nah, I appreciate that, bro, for sure. Yeah.
But I did cross paths with Diana Tejada, uh,
Latoya, Tonadea.
Latoya,
Yep.
and also, damn it, I'm over here forgetting names like a mom. My apologies. I don't mean it like that. But this was during the strike. They did a whole power at CBS Studios, so a power meetup, and we were striking. Giancarlo was there as well, right? No, that's not Giancarlo. What's his name?
You play on Ghost?
He played. No, he plays in Ghost. So it's Tariq. Again, I would have loved to meet these guys and sit down and just chat, but unfortunately, they got their world, we got ours. We don't really intermingle, but that's fine. That's okay. Chris, he's all over the place. So we already know Chris. We know Isaac, Manuel, of course, Shanti, and all them. Everybody's cool. in
Yeah,
Chicago.
Shanti. I met her that night. She got on
Dude,
me.
you should have seen this guy at the Your Boyfriend Can't Cook event. It was nuts. But yeah, going back to that. So I crossed paths with them. Tariq's first girlfriend. What's her name?
She was there, Paige?
Paige. So she was there during the strike. She's like, man, I know you do. We work out at the gym. I'm like, actually, I'm not even from here.
Right.
So
right.
no, I'm from Chicago, but I am in Force and blah 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 and this and that. But she was real cool. Everybody's real cool. They were in their own thing. We were all picketing, doing that. But yeah, so I got the audition, sent it out in hopes, no guarantee. But blessed to be Nunez. Come season 2, we weren't able to say nothing. This guy over here. this dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Nunez, I told you, Nunez. I don't trust you, Nunez, and all that. And what's crazy is that I gave him a lot of slack. I give you a lot of slack, but dude, you made it fun. And you grab people's attention with your reaction videos. What you do is you bring people together, because a lot of fans are kind of shy to say, oh, this and that. But
Right.
all over Chicago, sometimes in New York and LA, they'll be like, dude, wait a minute, you in power. Or as they say it in the hood in Chicago, oh, you was in Tommy. They don't even call it power, they call it Tommy.
Facts, Tommy show,
Once again,
yeah.
shout out to Joseph, number one. But yeah, man, just bless. Brother.
Nah.
Thank you. Again, I'm never gonna stop saying it. Business Moving is the number one fan reaction, whatever you want to call it, for power. This man is the dude right here. We got to get you in a bigger format, so we're constantly getting you to, interview all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of them. And I will be giving you your flowers every single time, man. Every single time.
I
So
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Whoever you could plug in, man, you interview, we can do it.
I know. Now, see, now he's fishing.
You see, now you
Now
do
he's fishing.
That's crazy. You see, I caught him. I caught his ass.
Nah, Nunez ain't going to break this
I caught
time.
you your
Not
tracks.
right now. Yeah.
But definitely, man. So how is it like working like as that type of role? Like, the bad guy, like people don't like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You on a team where like the villains, like type of villain type of role.
It's fun. It's great because so me in acting, when you see me in general, you see me, you're like, oh, that guy, he looks like he can kill somebody or this and that or whatever. I work as a bouncer, security guard in Chicago, same thing. I just stand there, check people's IDs, right, whatever. And then when I get these auditions, I'm reading them, I'm like, yep, hitman type, gang member type, blah, 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 scary looking, intimidating, but it's not really what I see in the breakdown. It's what I can add to it. So when I was doing Nunez, I'm like, let's just have some fun. Because being a villain, you have a little bit more fun. You can ask Manuel. I'm pretty sure you had the interview with him. It's just fun, dude. It's fun being the villain because the hero has its morals. They got to stick to a certain thing. Even though, for example, in Force, you got Joseph, who's technically the hero, right? In the story, technically.
Right.
But we all know his backstory. We all know everything that he had to do.
Crazy as
So it's like, actually in professional wrestling, we call it a tweener. So he's a good guy, but he dabbled in the villainry, in all the bad stuff. That turned him into the good guy, not by choice, but because people loved him that much. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, The Undertaker, all of these type of villains. Persona, sorry, I'm a wrestling fan. Even my current friend, LA Knight, yeah. And you see their transformation from being the villain, and they'll tell you to go piss off or whatever the hell they gotta tell you. You know what I'm saying? But then people they start gravitating toward it, right? Because it's fun to hate the bad guy, and then you start loving him for being the bad guy. So going into acting, it's just fun. It's cool being, man, I'm the bad guy. Screw that. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna just go. I don't know if I can curse on here. My bad. you're able to add your own flavor to it, as
Right.
opposed to when you're the hero, you got to stick to those morals that the story has. Not really. It doesn't jail you per se, but when you're the good guy, you got to stick to that type of, like, Iron Man needs to be Iron Man. Yeah, he has a little sway here and there, but at the end of the day, he's Iron Man. He's here to
Yeah.
save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you got Thanos in the back, like, I'll snap my fingers and do whatever the hell I want. Maybe tomorrow I'll kill you. Maybe tomorrow I'll kill the actor. It's not really about, killing or death or anything, but the villain is never wrong in his mind. The Joker, all these other villains. You look at Penguin right now. It's the same thing. They're never wrong in their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They think that what they're doing is good for them and good for whatever they're trying to accomplish. So yeah, us as actors, that's what we try to bring out. So yeah, dude, it's fun, bro. It's fun being the villain. Fun being.
Definitely.
Woo!
Man.
Yeah.
So did you learn anything from Joseph, like on set, or like if he was around, any type of advice?
What? Oh my God. Not really advice, because I call him the biggest encyclopedia of Chicago ever. He was born and raised in Chicago.
Is that encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia of Chicago. Like, he'll tell you anything he's got the information of the city like the back of his hand.
Oh,
And New York
he
as
do
well.
be
Like,
saying
because
that.
he was telling me his backstory and his story and stuff like that. He's you already know how chill he is. Cool as hell.
Yeah,
Way
facts.
down to earth.
Facts.
But just watching him go from Joseph to Tommy is nuts. Even like Manuel, Isaac, Chris, just watching their process in going into those characters. And basically what Joseph would tell me is just have fun. That's what it was. Now, you see, the character had very seldom lines. I didn't have lots to say until that one episode where,
Yeah. Cut you in your head.
But still, it was still very fun to see the process of everyone. And being in all these other different shows. I see, names like Mariska Hargitay and Ice-T. When they go, I see Ice-T, when I met Ice-T on Law and Order, bro. What the heck?
Gotta tell me that story.
But yeah, going to the Joseph thing, it's just the process.
Right.
Watching him going into that character. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. But I'm also taking mental notes. Us as actors, we see performances, we watch TV shows, we watch movies to see how actors approach that role, so that maybe we can take a little bit of that, but add me to that. It's got to be me at the end of the day. Me, our authentic selves. Yeah. It's just a process.
Definitely. So take us through that scene, like your last scene.
This guy, yeah. Oh, I told you.
I
told you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, take us through that scene, working, like practicing that scene and then going through it.
Yeah.
Like, how was that?
Well, see, when I was approaching that scene per se, more the makeup chair. Shout out to the makeup artist that made everything happen for that. It was crazy, Yeah, everybody knew the tattoo here. I got nothing on me. I got no tattoos.
Oh, yeah,
but
it looked real.
Nothing, bro.
Definitely looked real.
Yeah.
It looked real.
Yeah, it looked real when they put the whole... So the prosthetic, J. Kosar Studios is where they made the life cast. They put like this, the polymer on me or whatever. They made a life cast to me. And then they put the latex adhesives on and the parts. So it looked like, oh, man, going to whatever. But in that process, so we shot 2 different days. Yeah, we shot 2 different days. So the first day we shot was me in the clubhouse in my tighty whitey boxes. Walking barefoot on the floor was nuts. That was crazy. But I that day, so normally I'm chipper. Normally I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing there? That day I was like,
He's in character.
talking to anybody. Not even in character. I was just, it's a bad day. It's a very bad day for me. It's a very bad day for the character. So I'm gonna seldomly talk to people, hold conversations at a minimum, and just not talk to anybody. Because Nunez is about to meet his demise. Spoiler alert, that's what we're talking about. If you guys haven't seen season 2, by all means, go there before next year's release of season 3. I believe it's coming out next year.
They need to drop that date, by the way.
Oh, do I know some stuff? But I ain't gonna say nothing because you watch and see. You guys are gonna get blown away. But yeah, just going into that, it's just quiet. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just, I'm literally like this close to crying, but not really, because it's like it's a bad day. It's
Right,
a bad day.
right.
I'm in literally in tighty whities, barefoot, basically half naked. The floor's cold. It's cold as hell, and it's like I felt bad because I betrayed. I felt like in a sense I betrayed my best friend for sure because I consider Manolo my brother, and when that happened, I'm like, damn. So I walk in and everybody in the makeup chair is like, I know. But yeah, that's how I just so slowly, not talking to nobody, and then we did like what 5 or 6 takes of me dropping on my knees after Tommy hits me in the back, and I feel Manuel's like he literally teared up, like he teared up, and this was his real emotion, and then we cut, and then it was over with. I got like a little applause and stuff like that, even though we weren't done. So that scene was done first, and then there was the other scene where you saw me get interrogated by Tommy in the warehouse, the abandoned warehouse with Vic. Mm-hmm. So that one was like, okay, I'm a little more aloof, I'm a little more open, but it's still a bad day. I just got caught selling out. Not a rat. I'm a snake. People need to kill that right now.
I did say that in a video too. I
I'm
said
a snake.
snake.
You say yeah. Oh, you snake, yo, you a snake. And the reason why I call myself a snake is because a snake bites you, and it's just when you see the snake there, you're just like, okay, that thing is about to do something to me. I just don't know what. Once it bites you, but then it'll be on you to kill it or whatever, right? I just call him, and then in the streets, it's like, man, you a snake ass dude.
Right.
You just sold out your boy for money, blah, right? And people are like, oh, you rat, you snitch. I'm like, I ain't snitch. Yeah, man, that was my process going into that performance, man. It's a bad day.
No, definitely.
And I took it personal, damn it. I'm like, man, like I felt it here, dude. I swear, I felt it in my chest, like my chest was doing one of these, and I just used that. I just stayed quiet. I didn't talk to nobody. I'm like, Angel, you okay?
Yeah.
That's it,
Nah, definitely. I could see though, cause you said you was a fan of Power too.
Oh yeah.
And
my demise was pretty quick because I didn't really want to die. There was a lot of deaths in the entirety of Power that you're like, oh, what? Damn. Okay, you cutting off fingers, you cutting off heads. There was a lot of stuff in Power in the OG Power series.
Yeah.
That you saw. They're like, man, y'all are just. Woo.
I feel like you could have been in that one too.
No.
Why not?
Too early. So
no, I'm saying
I could have.
Not like that. I'm talking about like the type.
Yeah, not like that. Nah, yeah. Killed me there too, buddy.
The type of character that you played in Force. I mean,
what's crazy is that yes and no, because I don't know. Like even Ghost. Like if you watch Ghost, very, very, very New York, very New York, very your city. This is the world we live in, right? Cool. Mm-hmm. Now, if you see Force, you get those nods of Chicago. The first season, we didn't really get a lot of the city. The second season, we did. Because we introduced the big Latino community that we have in Chicago. In New York, you got them everywhere. It's bunched up, but everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it has that flavor of New York, Mm-hmm. And I would have to, me being, I call myself a little method, just a little method. Where I gotta learn the lingo. I gotta learn how you guys talk. You gotta talk like you're walking a dog in the park in Brooklyn and whatever. It's like that's how they talk. And then if you go to, that's how I see it. Guys, do not shoot me. But Chicago, like we got that big pronounced I sound. Like if you come to Chicago down south, I don't really have that accent. But if you go down south to the city of Chicago. Go Bears. You see how it's a little more nasally in the back of the throat, couple, 2, 3, whatever. You come to New York, it's all like, it's all this, it's all that. Like, hey, you're trash, you're whack, your Timbs are whack, all that. It's like, I just got here. Leave me alone, y'all. But going back to that, like, I don't know if it would have worked. I honestly don't know. I would have loved the opportunity, don't get me wrong, to be in the OG Power. But there was a lot going on in the OG Power. You had Ghost's story intermingling with Tommy's story because they're basically the same and one and the same. Then they would separate and come back. And then the whole Angie situation. And then Tariq coming up. It's like, right. Wow. Because in between that, you did have the Latinos in there. Don't get me wrong. And it could have worked. Nunez's character could have worked for that. But I'm not sure.
They had a lot of connects. So that's what I'm looking at is they had a lot of different people.
I know Manuel would have worked. Manuel would have ate that some bitch up in the OG Power. But timing is everything, brother. Timing
Yeah.
is everything. I'm blessed to have been. I
Facts.
mean, I don't agree that they killed me off like that. Because damn, I could have,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
in season 3 you could have killed me off.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Gary. I love y'all. I
I
love y'all.
I just never thought that you would switch up like that too. That was good writing.
Well, that's
though.
the thing. Nobody knew because I was always there.
Yeah.
I was always there. You were like, okay, Nunez, but as soon as this guy right here, him with the whole grandma comment, I'm like,
I pointed it out.
first one I got it. God dang it.
Yeah, he blew up the car, yo. That's
No,
crazy.
even before that.
Even
no,
before
no,
that.
you. I don't know.
I caught it early. Yeah,
He caught it. He caught. He's like, I told you, over in the Sweet 16 party or whatever. And
Yeah.
Like, ooh, he got it. Damn. And then it happens. The car blows up, and then you saw my demise in episode 9. You got a keen eye, dude. I'm telling you, this dude, bro. This dude knows what's gonna happen even before what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Which is good because sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't. But the way you see it, because you are reviewing and you are showing recaps and stuff like that, great. Other people just like to speculate.
Right.
But you know how to speculate too. Okay, I know where the story is kind of leading. Like we're watching Ghost. I'm watching Ghost, and I'm like, she ain't dead. She's over here in some house.
I'm telling
Effie
you, that
ain't
was
killing.
crazy.
Effie's heartless, but not that heartless.
She actually got a big heart. We talking about that. Yeah, she got a big heart.
She is very talented. All of them are
Very.
It's good to have that keen eye that you do, so you know where it's gonna go. And then when you have that recap, it's like, oh, here we go. Now it's just gonna go off.
Yeah,
Now.
people be hitting me
Yeah.
up. They be like, you was right. You was right. Yo, you was right when you said that. Right when you said that. Because I just be trying to, I'm thinking outside of the box. I'm not just thinking all right.
As everybody should. You shouldn't just be in the same category as everybody. Because I've seen a lot of reviewers and this is what happened in season 4, episode 3 of Force or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got. You add that flavor. You add that New York flavor. And it's a
Appreciate it.
Chicago show. So now you're also there connecting the two cities with the setting of the show, but you're there in between.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Gotta get this guy a talk show.
Nah, definitely, man.
Right?
I need,
Yeah?
You need,
Yeah? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing?
Need that.
Sorry, LA Night.
Need the reviews on Stars Network, man, so the world can see it.
He's right here, guys. He's ready. He
Yeah.
is ready. Business moving is moving. And it's crazy because after your boyfriend can't cook, you've been just bang, bang, bang. I'm like, bruh, this guy's getting more opportunities than I'm getting freaking auditions, which is great. Appreciate Keep that
it, bro.
stuff up, dog. I'm telling you, when you blow up, don't forget about me, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, never.
Yeah.
Never, man. I heard you mention wrestling.
Yeah.
So like,
Ooh, you want to go down that road, huh?
yeah, cause I want to know something, man. Cause I used to watch wrestling a lot when I was growing up.
Uh-oh.
But like
I never used to.
I had a disconnect when I was got older.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it's like one of the biggest like sports,
Mm.
like just the biggest like. So tell us like how like for the people that just know you from acting side,
Yeah.
they don't know the wrestling side.
Mm-hmm.
Just give them like a concise like what you do like. What your wrestling career and everything like that.
Lack thereof, more like it. So before I started wrestling, started acting. I started training in professional wrestling in 2012. So after that, I was on the small independent circuit in Chicago as the Archangel, all white contacts. I modeled my character after The Undertaker, my favorite of all time, the greatest of all time in my opinion. And then you mix in like some other like Great Muda and Hakushi. If you guys know these names, you guys are OGs. But my very first favorite was The Rock. When I first started watching wrestling, the WWE, back in 2000, was The Rock. But then he went to go do movies, so I'm like, man, I'm so empty. What's going on? So when The Undertaker came back into that persona in 2004, that's when I fell in love with it. And I said, this is what I want to do. Come 2012, I started training in Chicago. Matches under my belt. Former CSW Northland Heavyweight Champion. Don't forget that.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about it.
Again, very, very low end, brother. Very low end. I'm nowhere near any of these guys. I would, one day. I mean, I know a lot of friends that actually have gone into the WWE. Samurai Del Sol, Manny, he's a very good friend of mine who was Kalisto in WWE. So I know him personally. Very, very cool person. And he rubs elbows with Mercedes Monet or Sasha Banks, as you'd like to call it. So they have a business going there with what you call it, like CBD and stuff like that. So they got something going on there. I don't know if you remember Aiden English, WWE superstar, current TNA. He's Matt Raywell. He taught me how to lock up my very first day at CSW in Chicago. That's when I first started. That's a small independent company in Chicago.
Right.
Let's see who else. I've crossed paths with a lot of like current Mustafa Ali. I know you guys. I don't know if you've heard of that. I had a couple matches with him before he got signed to the WWE. Again, but I want you guys to understand this. I'm pass the floor.
Cut it out, bro.
Pass
Cut
the
it out.
floor. When it comes to wrestling, yeah, no. When it comes to wrestling, I have the basics done and all that stuff.
Keep talking about low end.
But yeah, so I've been blessed to rub elbows with current, former WWE superstars, blah blah blah, whatever, TNA superstars, AEW superstars. A lot of those guys, like when I'm in Chicago, when I'm working at the clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Current AEW Tag Team Champion Isaiah Cassidy from Private Party comes around. Daniel Garcia comes around all the time, says what's up. Sky Blue, little brat. So I transitioned that, and I tried to use my acting to get into wrestling. Because $20 a match, I'll be honest with you guys, and I know it's very seldom that you make money in the independent circuit. But $20 a match, you can't make a living off that. So that's when I started becoming a bouncer. That's when I said, let me try this acting stuff out. Because 4 times, I used to work at a costume shop in Chicago. 4 times, bro. They come up to me, hey, you look like The Rock. Maybe you should try acting. Yeah. 4 times. The 4th time, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's see what it is. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Empire, all shooting in Chicago. Let me be an extra. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen Empire, but Empire was
right.
You know, Taraji P. Henson, Terrence Howard, Jussie Smollett. Yeah, so I started being an extra, and then from there, I saw the camera work. I saw the actors getting into their personas and all that stuff. I'm like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Because I have at that time, I had like this tiny, minuscule, well, even in professional wrestling, it's still acting at the end of the day. You know, and then I grew up a church kid. Very strict church boy from birth till I was
Me too.
20. Big Pentecostal boy. Woohoo! Ba. And for some reason, my mother, I love you so much, would put me in these like little church skits, church plays, right? Oh, you're going to be Jesus. Ma, I don't have hair. I've been bald since I was 4. Alopecia is a real thing. You know this. It's okay. We put a wig on you. Yep, they put a wig on me. And I was Jesus a lot of times. I'm just like, okay. So I gotta give actually a little credit to my mom and my dad. They're more my mom. Very dramatic presence. Very dramatic presence, brother. I just started acting. I started after that with all the extra stuff. I was in Chirac as an extra as well. The movie that your boy. What's his name? Damn, the director. Spike Lee. Spike Lee directed a movie there.
Great Spike Lee.
He hates Michael Jordan and the Bulls. So Spike Lee, I thank you for the opportunity. Hope to work for you one day. Have you not seen those highlight videos where he's constantly
Spike Lee,
scrapping on the Bulls, and the Bulls are just like, yeah, we're still gonna win another ring. You guys aren't gonna do anything.
New York fan, you know.
But it's New York and Chicago. You know how this thing is. Pizza's better in Chicago, by the way. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna.
I think y'all got it though. I'm not gonna argue with y'all. The deep dish. I didn't go to the good spots.
Well, that'll be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting into that. Now, here and there. I mean, I'm so busy now with like regular work, and then if I gotta come to New York or whatever to do acting, but I'm a ring announcer for professional wrestling as well. So you know, independent circuit, Lucha Libre, Gali Lucha Libre, shout out to them. Major League Wrestling, MLW, I've done that. House of Glory Wrestling had a show in Chicago, and I was like, hey, if you guys need an announcer, I'm here and I'm available. Yeah, come through. Bang. Did that show in Chicago. An amazing show. Zilla Fatu. Bruh. Oh, my God. That guy's the future is the future of the bloodline and the future of professional wrestling. But yeah, and I've got to.
Yeah.
Solo, I love you, Solo. I love Jacob. Oh, I love that dude. Anyway, but I'm sorry. I keep.
No, you good. You got my vids. Tyree going crazy. He's a big wrestling fan.
I'm a professional wrestling fan. Like I'm telling you,
crazy about
acting would have never been a thing. And before, I used to criticize The Rock a lot. Like, oh, you left me. You wasn't going to do movies. Now I get it. And I understand it. I understand the process. I mean, I was in Black Adam, guys. I was this much. This is much of a sliver.
That's major.
I was his first casualty in the movie. A bit blessed to be a part of that. And there was the thing where he went to go do his close-ups. This was 2021, middle of the pandemic. On the tail end of the middle, whatever you want to call it, in Atlanta, and we're shooting at Triller Studios, and I'm sitting down, and here comes the Great One, in full Black Adam costume, and again, my very first favorite in wrestling. So he passes by. He's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "How you doing, boss?" Goes by. Outside, I'm professional, right? On the inside, I'm like, "Ah!" I'm marking out because it's The Rock, So, very great opportunity. But now I understand the process. Now I get why a lot of wrestlers, including now, Dave Bautista, not knocking The Rock or not knocking John Cena. John Cena, very comedic, very good. Batista, bro, I was not expecting that guy to be that good at acting. And I'm not even talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm talking about all the secular stuff. Very, very good. Digressing back to your point. But yeah, so acting, without wrestling, acting would have never been a thing for me. So yeah.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Definitely, man. So
Yeah.
you out here in the tri-state area, Jersey and New York. Can you tell us what you're working on out here yet? Or not? Because, I mean, you've been out here cooking up.
Of course, he wants to get the scoop. Nah, you're not going to get the scoop. I would love to tell you information. I'll be honest, it's not really of an NDA thing. I just don't like to count my chickens before they hatch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just that type of person where
smart.
When I see the trailer, and because there have been many times, like with Tulsa King, I had a lot in it. And they shortened it. So I don't really, I don't like to hype myself up in general either. Like High Potential just came out 2 weeks ago. Very good show. Very good show. Yeah. Dude, I was not expecting it to be that funny and very good. And I was blessed to have gone to and shot that at Venice Beach in LA in episode 5 of that. And it was a very cool experience. Very, very cool experience. But again, with those type of projects, with a big type of project, it's for me to... I want to internalize it a little bit more because you never know. You never know. But, we all got to have our poker faces here and there. Just got to.
Yo, congrats on the High Potential, man. It's a major show.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? On ABC.
It went over his head. It went right over his head. He didn't even catch it. I got him. He didn't even catch it. None of y'all catch it. You'll see it at the end.
You always be playing around, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, man, definitely, bro. But I appreciate you, man.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Sure. Your family, you are. What's crazy is that this man here, he isn't in the show. I think you should, bro. Yeah, you may have some connections now, but hey, can I get like a cameo or something? Like,
yeah, nah, for sure. Started off with the cameos.
Started off with a cameo, like, hey, let's get him here, and so like he over here doing his thing, and the camera's on him, and Tariq just like. That's how it starts. Like, hey, yo, Thanks. Whatever, business moving. Oh, is that? Hey, you're Tariq St. Patrick. What do you want?
Right.
Simple, right? Mm-hmm. We got to get you in power, bro. Seriously, we really got to get you in power because I hear there's season 3 of Force, and I know Ghost is already out.
Yeah, Ghost is says the last season that just happened.
And if I know anything about the Power universe, it ain't over till the fat lady goes, ah!
Power never ends. That's
never ends. I need to stop with this LA Knight stuff because I'm going to get, gimmick infringement, brother. But yeah, man, seriously, we got to get you. We got, for my Power aficionado, if you want to see this man in the show, blow it up. Let them know. Casting directors for Power. Casting directors for whatever. I don't know if there's going to be spin-offs or whatever that may be. Mm-hmm. Hopefully there is. We got to get this man on because he is showing love to the show. Not only that, He's showing love to not just the power. What other shows do you talk about, if you don't mind me asking?
So like
Besides Ghost and Force.
Recently I was doing Fight Night with Kevin Hart. That went
Fight Night?
It's going crazy with Taraji
BMF?
and everything. Yeah, BMF for sure. Yeah,
BMF.
I started off doing BMF. That was the first one I did. Yeah,
BMF. I actually auditioned for BMF last year. Yes, last year. It was for the Cuban dude, the bald Cuban dude with the beard in this newer season that came out, or last season.
Cuban dude.
What was his name? Some weird name that he had. Yeah, like it was.
He was a connect or something, or
He became the Connect.
okay.
Cuban dude, the guy that's smoking with the chain, the beard.
Oh,
bald
okay,
dude,
okay, yeah.
sunglasses.
He became a neck. Okay, I remember that.
Either way, yeah. Go ahead. Outro time, baby. Yeah.
Nah, man, I rock with bro, man. His energy's crazy. Get what I'm saying? He pulled up to New York. We had to get it done. You know, last time I seen him, his boyfriend can't cook, and he tried to pull up on me. He tried to go crazy on his Nunez stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to scare me in the club.
Not no more. Not no more. Cause you see what this guy does? Don't be coming at you. This guy. Oh, you should see this guy.
Yeah.
This guy coming up over here. Nunez. I'm telling you, Nunez.
Yeah.
Nunez. I'm telling you,
got
Nunez.
on
Oh,
that.
move. Business moving, baby. Business moving, baby.
Yeah,
Business
yeah,
moving,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah. Business moving. See, I can do it too. I can do it too.
We here, man. Business, a.k.a. the show Venter. Vent about all your favorite shows and all that. BMF, Power Ghost, Power Force, Raising Canaan. I got Angel with me, one of the best actors in the game. Get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's a great wrestler, too. He try to low end himself.
Wait.
Chicago, stand up. Chicago to New York. You know what I'm saying? That's a quick flight.
Town, NYC,
in and
what
out.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Chi-Town.
Go Cubs.
Gotta go back out there. And Joseph, you gotta show me all the spots. You gotta show me all the spots.
Hey, La Scarola, next time he comes around, best Italian spot in the city. La Scarola. Joseph's been there. You go inside, nothing but celebrity photos, bro. You gonna eat.
Okay.
I'm telling you, go to Chicago, you gonna eat good. You're gonna eat good.
Yeah. I need to go back out there, matter of fact. I need to be at that premiere, too, for season
You and me both, because we didn't get one for season 2.
Oh, yeah. So we in there.
Because we better be.
No, we gonna be in there.
I mean, again, I don't need an invite, guys. I'm okay. This
Yeah,
guy
really
does, though.
good.
Him.
I need to
get him
invite.
there. He needs to be the social media analyst or something. Like, he needs to be there with the camera. Boom.
Doing all the interviews.
On the red carpet and
covering
everything.
it. Yeah, covering the whole event and all that. Turning it up. Doing reaction videos in real life.
Shit, they
You know
found
what I'm
me.
saying? Stuff like that. Huh? You said they found you. You said, yeah, the cops. They got him. Do that. They got him.
New York City, the
They
city
got
of
him.
sirens. Yeah. Huh? My brother, it was
ready.
it was my pleasure, man.
Of course,
Thank you,
bro.
thank you for sitting down
course.
with me a little bit.
Of course, bro.